StellarExile Episode 8, Silent Planet. Survey Team Delta, this is Dr. Emma Rodriguez approaching Kepler 438b. Initial scans confirm habitable atmosphere and temperate climate. Beginning descent for surface evaluation. My name is Emma Rodriguez, and I'm a planetary survey specialist with 12 years of experience evaluating worlds for human colonization. I've seen dead rocks, toxic hellscapes, and frozen wastelands, but I've never seen anything like what's appearing beneath my ship right now. Kepler 438b is perfect. Not just habitable minus perfect. Earth normal gravity, breathable atmosphere, comfortable temperature range, abundant fresh water, the kind of world that colony planners dream about, but rarely find. Survey Delta, this is Colony Command. Confirmed receipt of your atmospheric readings. Proceed with surface reconnaissance. Copy that, Command, but there's something unusual about this planet. Explain. I adjust my ship's sensors for a more detailed surface scan. What I'm seeing doesn't make sense. Command, I'm detecting extensive urban development across multiple continents, advanced architecture, transportation networks, what appears to be fully developed infrastructure. Are you saying there's already a civilization on Kepler 438b? That's just it. There's infrastructure for a civilization, but I'm not detecting any life signs. No electromagnetic emissions, no heat signatures, no movement. The cities appear to be completely empty. Impossible. Advanced infrastructure doesn't just appear without inhabitants. I'm transmitting visual data now. I switch my cameras to high-resolution mode and begin recording the surface. Sprawling cities with elegant spires and geometric buildings stretch across fertile plains. Roads and bridges connect urban centers in logical networks, but nothing moves anywhere. No vehicles, no people, no signs of activity. It's like someone built a perfect world and then vanished. Command, are you receiving the visual feeds? Confirmed, Delta. This is unprecedented. Maintain safe altitude and continue reconnaissance. I pilot my ship over several different continents, documenting the mysterious infrastructure. Every landmass shows the same pattern. Beautiful, advanced cities perfectly preserved but completely empty. The architecture is unfamiliar, but clearly designed by intelligent beings. Everything looks recently maintained, as if the inhabitants just stepped away moments ago. But there's something else bothering me about the scans. Command, I'm not detecting any biological signatures anywhere on the planet. No plants, no animals, no microorganisms, nothing. That's impossible. The atmospheric composition indicates abundant oxygen production. Something has to be generating it. I'm seeing the same readings. Oxygen-rich atmosphere, but no detectable biological sources. It's as if the planet is artificially maintained. I continue my survey, growing more puzzled with each passing hour. The cities are architectural marvels, clearly designed for beings roughly human-sized, with similar aesthetic sensibilities to our own, but the complete absence of life is disturbing. Command, requesting permission to land for closer inspection. Negative, Delta. Unknown alien technology requires full quarantine protocols. The atmosphere is breathable. No toxins detected, and there's obviously no hostile alien presence. There's no alien presence at all. Maintain current altitude until we can analyze your data. But my curiosity is stronger than my caution. I need to understand what happened here. A perfect world with empty cities doesn't just exist. There has to be an explanation. I select a landing site near what appears to be a major urban center, and begin my descent. The city below is stunning minute crystal spires reaching toward the sky, gardens and parks, arranged in perfect geometric patterns, wide boulevards connecting different districts. As I set down in what looks like a public plaza, I'm struck by the absolute silence. My ship's sensors detect no sound whatsoever from outside, no wind, no machinery, no ambient noise of any kind. I run full atmospheric and biological scans from my landed position. The air is not just breathable mine, it's optimal. Perfect oxygen content, ideal humidity, comfortable temperature, but still no detectable life anywhere. Command, I've landed in the primary urban center, conducting detailed environmental analysis. No response. I check my communication systems. They show full functionality, but I'm not receiving any transmission from Colony Command. Command, this is Survey Delta. Please respond. Static. I'm on my own. I decide to exit my ship and explore on foot. The city is too intriguing to ignore, and direct observation might reveal something my senses are missing. Stepping outside, I'm immediately struck by the perfect conditions. The air feels fresh and clean. The temperature is exactly comfortable. There's a gentle breeze that should be pleasant, but somehow it feels wrong. The silence is absolute. My footsteps echo strangely in the empty plaza, as if the sound is being absorbed by the air itself. Even my own breathing seems muffled. I approach the nearest building, a graceful structure that might be a residence or public facility. The entrance is open, as if whoever lived here expected to return momentarily. Inside, the architecture is beautiful but alien. Curved walls flow into each other organically, and the spaces are designed for beings roughly my size, but with different proportions. Taller, perhaps, and more slender. But it's not just empty, it's pristine. No dust, no decay, no signs of abandonment. Everything looks as if it was cleaned and organized yesterday. I explore several more buildings, finding the same pattern everywhere. Homes with furniture and personal items arranged carefully. Offices with workstations ready for use. Markets with goods displayed in perfect order. But no people, no bodies, no signs of struggle or departure. Hello? I call out, my voice echoing through the empty streets. Is anyone here? The silence swallows my words without even an echo. I make my way to what appears to be the city center, a tall spire that might serve as a government building or cultural center. Inside, I find what looks like a control room or monitoring station. The technology is advanced but intuitive. Screens and interfaces that respond to touch, displaying information in symbols I don't recognize, but somehow feel familiar. As I interact with the systems, they seem to adapt to my presence, translating their displays into patterns I can understand. What I discover is disturbing. The city's systems show that the population simply stopped. Not died, not departed, stopped. Life signs that were normal, one moment became absent the next, across the entire planet simultaneously. According to the records, this happened exactly 4,847 days ago, roughly 13 Earth years. But the city systems kept running: automated maintenance, climate control, infrastructure management, everything designed to support a thriving civilization, continuing to operate perfectly in the absence of that civilization. What happened to you all? I whisper to the empty control room. As if responding to my question, one of the screens activates, displaying what appears to be a historical record, images of the planet's former inhabitants, tall, graceful beings with elongated limbs and large, intelligent eyes. They look peaceful, advanced, content. The records show a thriving civilization that had achieved perfect harmony with their environment. No war, no conflict, no struggle. They had solved every problem, created ideal living conditions, achieved complete social stability, and then, in a single moment, they all simply ceased to exist. Not death, cessation, as if someone turned off a switch and their life force just ended. I study the final records, trying to understand what could cause an entire species to vanish simultaneously. There's no evidence of disease, disaster, or external threat. They simply stopped being alive. This is Dr. Rodriguez. Emergency log. I've discovered evidence of a vanished civilization on Kepler 438b. Advanced species achieved perfect society, then inexplicably ceased to exist 13 years ago. No apparent cause, all infrastructure remains functional. I continue exploring the control center, accessing deeper levels of the planetary database. What I find makes my blood run cold. This isn't the first time. The records show that this planet has hosted 7 different civilizations over the past million years, each one advanced, peaceful, successful, each one achieving perfect harmony with their environment and ideal social conditions, and each one vanishing completely at the moment of their greatest success. The pattern is always the same. A species arrives, evolves, builds a perfect society, and then simply ceases to exist. The planet preserves their infrastructure, maintains their cities, and waits for the next civilization to arrive. It's a trap. I breathe, understanding finally dawning. The planet itself is a trap. I study the environmental data more carefully, and now I see what I missed before. The perfect conditions aren't natural. They're artificially maintained by the planet itself. The ideal atmosphere, the comfortable temperature, the abundant resources, all of it designed to attract and support intelligent life. But there's something else in the atmospheric composition, something my initial scans classified as harmless, because it's present in such minute quantities, a complex organic compound that shouldn't exist naturally. I run a detailed analysis and discover its function. It's a neurological agent, not immediately toxic, but designed to gradually suppress the survival instinct in intelligent beings. The more perfect life becomes, the stronger its effect. When a civilization achieves complete harmony and perfect conditions, when all struggle and challenge are eliminated, the compound triggers a species-wide psychological shutdown. They simply lose the will to continue existing. The planet creates paradise to destroy its inhabitants. I say aloud, my voice echoing in the empty control room, perfect conditions that eliminate the drive to survive. And I've been breathing this air for hours. I feel it now, Manasseh, a subtle sense of contentment, a decreased urgency about returning to my ship. The longer I stay on this perfect world, the less motivated I become to leave. I force myself to move, to get back to my ship before the neurological effects become irreversible. But walking through the beautiful, peaceful city, I find myself slowing down, stopping to admire the architecture, feeling increasingly reluctant to return to the harsh realities of space travel. No, I say firmly, fighting against the growing lethargy, this is not paradise, this is death. I make it back to my ship, but the effort feels enormous. Everything here is so pleasant, so comfortable. Why struggle with the dangers and uncertainties of space, when I could stay in this perfect world? I collapse into my pilot's seat, forcing myself to initiate launch procedures. My fingers feel heavy on the controls, and part of my mind questions why I'm working so hard to leave such a beautiful place. But I remember the 7 civilizations that came before, all of them seduced by the planet's false paradise. I won't be the 8th. The ship's engines fire, lifting me away from the surface. As I gain altitude, the effects of the atmospheric compound begin to fade, and I feel my normal sense of urgency and purpose returning. From orbit, I look down at the perfect world with its empty cities, beautiful, peaceful and absolutely deadly. Survey Team Delta to Colony Command. Do you copy? Delta, this is Command. We lost your signal for several hours. Report status. Command, Kepler 438b, is unsuitable for colonization. Extreme biological hazard. Recommend planet be classified as quarantine zone. Explain. Your atmospheric readings showed optimal conditions. The optimal conditions are the hazard. This planet attracts intelligent species, and then eliminates them through psychological manipulation. 7 previous civilizations have been destroyed here. That's difficult to believe, Delta. I'm transmitting all data now. Review the evidence. And command. Yes? Add a warning beacon to this system. Any future explorers need to know what this planet really is. Understood, Delta. Return to base for full debriefing. As I engage my ship's faster-than-light drive, I take one last look at the silent planet below. It's still beautiful, still perfect, still waiting patiently for the next civilization to discover its deadly paradise. But it won't claim humanity, not if I can help it. The perfect world disappears behind me, and I'm alone in space again, but this time, the isolation feels like freedom. The challenges and uncertainties of space exploration feel like life. Because sometimes the most dangerous trap is the one that offers you everything you think you want. Paradise without struggle is death without violence. And I choose to keep struggling, keep exploring, keep facing the unknown dangers of the universe rather than succumb to the seductive peace of a perfect prison. The silent planet waits behind me, preserved and patient, ready for the next species to discover its beautiful lie. But it will have to wait a little longer. Some paradises are meant to remain empty,